Hey there everybody, Mr. Larson here. Today we're going to be talking about cellular reproduction. So basically what cellular reproduction is talking about, it's not mitosis, where you basically have one cell and it recreates itself, basically cloning itself. Here we're talking about how cells basically create the person that is you. So beyond cells recreating itself, this is actually how you get the genetic information that you do. So just as a little bit of a review, what does DNA stand for? It stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. This is where all your genes, all your traits, all your characteristics are found. And these are passed down from your parents down to you. Or if you have a dog, it's basically passed down from your dog's parents down to your dog. Basically, everything has DNA, or every single living thing has DNA within it that's passed down. So chromosomes, just another review about what chromosomes are. It coils up. Basically, it's DNA coiled up all together like a spool of string. It has basically its DNA is wrapped around histones. These histones are wrapped around together to create coils. These coils are create supercoils, and all of these wind together to create chromosomes, just like the spool or thread analogy. Now, chromosomes are only formed when the cell is going to divide. So basically, this genetic information is found in the nucleus, and then only when the cell is preparing to divide will that genetic information actually create these chromosomes and create wind together. So what happens is basically the chromosome creates a duplicate of itself to create two, basically what are called chromatids. So these two chromatids, so this is one chromatid right here, and here's another one. The entire thing is called a chromosome, but it has exactly the same genetic information. So this gene here is the same as this gene over here. So basically it creates two copies, which are called sister chromatids, and these are all attached by a centromere, which is basically a protein that holds them together. So humans have 23 different chromosomes. They are labeled from 1 through 23. We get one half of the chromosomes from our mother through her egg, and then we get the other half through the father through his sperm. So together we have 23 different pairs of chromosomes. These pairs of chromosomes are also called homologs or homologous chromosomes. So humans are supposed to have 23 pairs, but if they have a different number, maybe they have, instead of 23 pairs, they have 23 and then one extra, or they have one less. That can cause some problems down the line, which we'll talk about later. So sperm and egg cells are formed through a process called meiosis. So this is different from mitosis, which we've talked about before. Now, instead of one cell, we are creating, instead of one cell with 46 chromosomes, we are splitting it multiple times to create 4 cells with only 23 chromosomes. So that is how we're getting those 23 from your mom, 23 from your dad. Now, each one has different levels of genetic traits and genes. We're going to talk about meiosis in depth here in a little bit. In the next section, you're going to actually look at what meiosis is and the different processes and different steps that happen in meiosis and why it's so important. So when an egg and a sperm come together, so after the egg cell has been formed, after a sperm cell has been formed, when they come together, it creates a zygote. So every single one of us started off as a zygote. Now, question is here, if you get 23 chromosomes from the egg and 23 chromosomes from the sperm, how many total chromosomes do you have now? I know math is difficult, but you would have 46. So 46 is what is called a diploid number, where haploid is basically a term that's used to describe egg and sperm cells, basically meaning that they have half the genetic information as a normal cell. And N is basically used to represent the number of chromosomes. So basically, this is just kind of diving into chromosomes and what they're used for. In the next section, you're going to be looking at meiosis. So please keep moving forward. And if you have any problems, let me know. I will see you guys soon.